Good morning, ninth grade. Here is a little video to help you get your tree diagram into your Google Slides. So assuming that you are done with your probability table, where you have your events, your probabilities, and your outcomes, what we're going to use are the probabilities and the number of events to create our tree diagram. Notice that there are two events in this situation. I either land on a positive number or I land on a negative number. I have 3 negative numbers on my spinner and 9 positive. So those are my 2 probabilities. And notice that those 2 probabilities will not change. And so the events are independent because I am not removing a space on the spinner after I spin the wheel the first time. Each spin has the same probability. So the events are independent. So it's important to explain how your events are not going to change the probabilities. So now let's get our tree diagram. So what we want are 2 spins, 2 game simulations. So what I'm going to encourage you to do is either create the tree diagram in your notebook, or you can go to this document that I'm sharing with you today, copy, and then go to your Google Slides and paste. Oops. Copy, paste. Okay, and then now that we have this tree diagram, you can arrange it as a size that you prefer. And then what we need are text boxes. This would be probability of positive, which equals 9 out of 12. And then we also need a text box down here for the probability of a negative number. And that was 3 out of 12. And you can move the text boxes around so you can fully see the probability without it overlapping on the lines. And then what you can do is just simply copy and then paste. And notice you have a second one. Drag it over here. And so this first path will represent the first spin being positive and the second spin being positive. But the second spin could also be negative. The first one is positive. So notice that I copied and pasted the negative probability. And then I'll want to do that again down here for, say, the first one was negative, but the second spin, we landed on the positive number. Or maybe both spins were negative. And so this would complete the branches, but then we also want to consider what is the total probability of each scenario. Well, 9/12 times 9/12 is the probability of both of the spins being positive. So that's 9 times 9, which is 81, and 12 times 12, which is 144. And you would do that for the other 3 scenarios. And the final piece is to add up all those probabilities, those total probabilities, and they'll add up to 144 over 144, which is the same as 1. So make sure today, when you're creating your tree diagrams, you can copy paste the tree diagram into your slides and use text boxes to type the probabilities. Explain whether your events are independent or dependent, and then calculate the total probabilities along the paths of the trees. Thank you for watching this video.